Good morning, folks. Welcome back. So today we're going to start with a character and then we're going to move into doing the environment, just because I need a character or two for that environment. And this is a humanoid that I sculpted on my iPad in Nomad Sculpt, and I've brought him across and given him just the default vertex color treatment. So let's go ahead and get him retopologized so we can rig him and move on. Okay, so this is the default size. Tends to work better if you do it bigger though, so we're gonna go 10 times. Apply rotations, all transforms, fine. And let's just duplicate him and hide the original. And decimate down to 0.1. I'm not going to do a nice job of retopologizing. This is going to be just very quick and dirty so that we can get it into AccuRig. But that's fine. Okay, down to 292,000. Looks fine. Apply all. I might try doing a quad remesh as well to use as a basis for some clothing on the body. That'd be the only thing. I don't think it's gonna make. I think it's gonna completely bork the head, but let's try doing a quad remesh as well. Mirrored. I don't know. Let's try. We'll go 200,000. Yeah, see, it does bork the head. Oh, not too bad actually this time. Probably would be okay. But I think we're more gonna, yeah. Some larger distortion there, but not bad. Okay, let's use it. We're gonna make this the clothes source. Potentially. But it won't be our actual guy, which would be this one, which has a lot more to it. 3. Smart UV project it. Just give it a basic UV map. Again, we're not making game-ready characters. I don't care. The process to make a character that you'd actually use over and over again, much higher than this. But that's not what we're doing. Okay. So now they need a material, not the Nomad Sculpt one. We're going to call it BH for Bug Humanoid, because I'm very lazy when it comes to naming these things. Shading. Search. An image texture. Use nodes. Back on. And duplicate it twice. New. BH diffuse. We're going to make it 4096. Cool. Diffuse color setup. Next one, I'll just pull it back a little bit. BH roughness. Also 4096. And here, BH normal, also 4096. Change it from sRGB to non-color. And add a normal map node to it. There we go. Save. Okay, let's turn off our color. Okay, so select our diffuse first. Come back over here, and we're going to turn on our original guy. Great. And then here on bake, we're going to do a diffuse. Only the color. Selected to active. Great. We're going to extrude point. Oh, 3, 2, 3. We'll go 2. Try 2. Just to handle it on the ed side. Should be enough. Yeah. And we're going to hit bake. We got to make sure it's highlighted. It is. Good. And let's just take a look at it. Looks like it's okay. I'm not seeing any weird holes in it, at least at this scale. So, all right. Save as bug humanoid diffuse. Yes. RGB, 8-bit's fine. PNG is fine. Sure. Normal. What's our roughness? To our roughness. Same thing. Bake. And then normal. Cool. Okay, we can take the first one and move it to original. Just to keep it. And clothing source is the same size, yes. So both of these S.1 all transforms. Come back over, get rid of clothing source. Let's see what we got. Looking pretty good. I'm not seeing any weird problems. I think we got a good bake on this one. Cool. This one here. I'm just going to make it myself again. Search. Noise. Texture. We'll make it 4D. And we'll go with a... Let's just look at it first. Let's see a bit more. I'm going to go scale of like 250. A little more. 500. Cool. That works for me. Then we're going to do a Shift A. Search for Voronoi. Take a look at it. Make it like 2000. Because there's lots of little pores everywhere. Cool. And these two together. What is it? There we go. Control Shift Plus. And we want overlay. So, where's overlay? Why am I blind? Oh, why am I? Come on. It's not an ad. Fine. Search. Mix. Color. Great. Let's do it this way. Cool. Overlay. Take a look at it. Gives us both. Cool. Great. And we're going to take that. Get another mix color. And another overlay. And the reason for that is it should give us... Oh, come on. Where's my eyes? Why are they not? There they are. Yeah. There we go. 100. This should be 100 too. Okay. So now the eyes stay shiny because we used an overlay. And we're back. And that just gives us a little bit more interest. And then we can take this same thing and search Go with a bump. If I can type. Bump node. Here. And we'll use this one as our height. And strength of like 0.5 and distance, that's fine. That gives us a way more bumpy. Actually, let's use this one. Yeah, we go. That keeps the eye smooth. Oh, I could never. I honestly, I don't give a shit about Blender. So if other softwares did what I wanted, I'd stop using Blender tomorrow. Doesn't matter to me. Like, no offense to anybody, but that's a noob question. I don't care. It's one of those like I'll use what I use to get my work done. That's the only thing that matters to me. It's not. It's a very like. Honestly, if you're that stuck in the weeds, you're not using it right. Subsurface, random walk, rock skin, weight 1, and scale 0.005. There we go. Give it a little bit of subsurface too, and that just kind of makes it pop and makes these things feel cooler. Like it. Right on. So there is our bug humanoid, but they are buck naked, and because I made them to wear clothes, they don't have any. Their feet are very unformed, which is the one thing I wish maybe I'd given them some toes, but it's too late now. Because for this scene, I actually wouldn't mind them not wearing shoes, but they're going to be wearing shoes. So that's just how it's going to go. Let's start with some pants. So we can either use, what you call it? I always forget the name of this one. Divine Cut. Or we could build off the model. Let's use Divine Cut. Let's try it. Let's see. Character is going to be that. Clothing is going to be trousers. No cloth yet. New cloth. Cool. 1. Pelvis is good. Hip to here. Knee to here. No, I don't. It's not about that. It's about learning new things is just a requirement. It's like if you're not good at learning new softwares when you need it, you're not going to make it. So don't worry about it. Like, the industry changes so rapidly that if you get hung up on, well, I know this, like, great, and you're now behind the times. So whatever. Like even Blender doesn't work anything like Blender did 5 years ago. So you just have to constantly be learning. There is no standing still. There's no, I use this or this. It's, I learned this and this and this and this. And when this ceases to work well, I use something else. That's just kind of the nature of the business. Trouser rig generated. Waist circle. That's going to be annoying with that. I'm going to have to try and deal, but fine. I don't think I can rotate it, right? Oh, I can. See if it'll actually pay attention. Let's do that. That's kind of fun. Thigh circle there. Cool. Knee circle. Bring it in. There we go. Cool. I just think that, like, companies want you to get loyal to software. It's just dumb. Like, it doesn't. You have no need to be loyal to software. It's just a tool. Are you loyal to your like hammer or your hammer brand? I don't know. It's a hammer. I can't imagine that I would be. Okay. Not awful, but we definitely need to fix some things. Which fortunately we can do. That's a little better. It's going to be weird here because of this anyway. Let's see if we can just tweak it. Turn on proportional maybe. Bring that up just a tad. It's going to be a strange pair of pants though. Like there's kind of no way around that. I'm going to come here and real quick turn off the mirroring. There we go. So I think in every industry, honestly, like the only reason that some other ones don't is because their studios get pipelined and then they kind of start, they're locked into things because they've tried to create a pipeline that's not helping them. But I just want that. Oh, come on. That's better. Let's bring everything kind of down. Get more low-waisted. Make it feel a little less weird. Have to add some other stuff there beyond that. Okay, that's kind of cool. I'm into that. Let's take this one. Bring it in. I'm just always curious why people seem to feel loyalty for these things. I don't. I never have. It kind of blows my mind a little bit. I mean, I know that I can visually see that they do. But I'm kind of like, why? I don't know. Let's see. Can we do that? Let's see how we feel. Save. Render. Give them the full pants like that. It's not awful. I mean, we've certainly done pants like this before. Do we want to? Do we need to? I don't mind that the worlds are kind of somewhat similar in a sense. So I want to see if I can't rewind and I want to maybe. All right, fine. Control A, Control A, Control A, Control A, Control A. Undo that last one. Okay, and then Tab. So trying to fix this. Now I'm going to mirror it again, actually. Great. Oh, hops mirror to the top. Okay, Tab. And that's better. Let's just see. Okay, and then I wonder if I can just actually sculpt mode real quick. Will you let me smooth it a little bit? Yeah, maybe a little bit. That's fine. I'm going to add actually a smooth modifier. Well, yes, smooth up to here. Not smooth by angle. Add a modifier. Deform. Smooth. Cool. Up to the top. Repeat it till it's way more smooth. Better. There you go. That's more in line with what I want. All good. Got to do what you got to do, dollar. I understand. That's better. Okay. Let's again tab. This one on. And 2 GZ and scale in slightly. Cool. Oh, we're going over that, but here, okay. Yeah, it won't bother. Be all right. We'll just give them low risers. Save. Yeah. Cool. Track bands. We can toggle seams. Or did I already get rid of? Nope. Oh, that's kind of weird, but kind of neat. Might go with that anyway. That's kind of fun. Cool. All good. Okay. Cool. Sure enough, we can use that. Let's save it. And do I want to apply it yet? We can go ahead and apply it, I think. Cool. Pause. Apply all. It has pants. Pants! Now, I could do, let's see, insulate. Let's see if we get a neat strap across here that'll work. It's going to go across that is the problem, right? So we don't want to do that this time. Going to have to kind of deal with the spine up the back, which is going to make for interesting clothing, I suppose. We could do like that. That could be neat. I like that. I haven't done anything like that really before. Let's use it. I'm going to take it. I'm just going to get rid of it to solidify so that I can grab it over here and just do a quad remesh on it to like 500. Delete the original. Cool. Well, that's actually maybe not quite right. Maybe I didn't do enough this time. What do you know? Okay. Oh, I know what the problem was. I did do enough. I just got symmetry turned on. Remesh it. That's better. Pants. Okay, so that's, yeah, that's fine. Does not need to be high res. Tab, Alt S, take it out just a bit. Cool, sure. And I'm actually gonna subdivide one, I think. I think I'm maybe not quite enough to it. Oh, not him. Oh, God. Did I just subdivide him? Ugh. No. Escape. Undo. That might take it a minute to fix. Go. I don't really want to undo it if I can, so I'm going to let it go for a minute. But, you know, subdividing a 400,000 poly thing will make it like 10 million, I think, something ugly. Yeah, it's not having a stroke. It's just doing its thing. It's just busy. It'll finish. So I just wish there was a way to stop these things in the middle. There we go. It wasn't too bad. We do not need that. Go away. This thing we want to subdivide. Right. Apply all, and then we can sculpt it a little bit. And pull it out there. Cool. That's good. And I wonder if I wanted, I could cloth sim it. Let's see. I'm going to mirror it first so it goes across both shoulders. And apply all. Do we want to cloth sim it? Or just let it sort of hang there like that as it is now? Yeah, we might as well. Screw it. Let's see. See what it do. Simply create simply cloth. We'll make it leather so it won't do much. Quality steps 20. Collision steps 20. Self collision. Sure. Save. And play. Yeah, that's better. Cool. We can stop it. I don't want to go that far. That's honestly enough. It just gives it that feeling it's kind of bunching now. And finish and apply. Okay. And we can give it its solidify. No. We can give it an A-solidify, but let's see. I want to go offset 0, so consider that better. Yeah, that's better. And then maybe 0.0025. That's better. Kind of into that just for giving us like a visual point to use. Let's apply the animation. And I'm just going to apply all. Great. Save. And give him something else if we wanted to. Part of me kind of wants to. I'm not sure what. Like, we could give him like a head thing. But I wonder. That's not gonna more. That's not doing better for us. I mean, we could do something though. I want to give him like a mask, kind of over his whole front like that. I don't know if I like that, but nah, I think we're gonna leave it open. We could. Let's just look at clothing source now, real quick. Tab. That's still foobar. I don't think we're going to use that. It just didn't work out well for us. Just going to delete it. Because we can just take this, insulate, and give him like a neck thing. That. Or we could try another one. Let's see. The same thing again here. But then go from here to like here. That's kind of interesting. Again, just like non-human clothing. Yeah, let's try that. Get rid of the solidify again. Kind of same vibe. Although I don't think we'll sim this one. We will quad remesh it to 500, to 1,000. Like the original. And there we go. Cool. And solidify out just a bit. I'm gonna have to hide the overlap, and then we can pull it up here. sculpt. And do X mirroring. Cool. Just back to there. And smooth it in. It's a strange piece of clothing, but who am I to say not worthwhile? Oh, no, it's still pretty much there. Okay. Cool. At least it gives us sort of a different look. I'm into it. Let's try it. Save again. So he's got his neck thing, his shoulder thing. I guess we'll give him armbands just sort of 'cause again, why not? Q. Okay, then we'll take these and that, do it again, and go across that way. Yeah. All right, damn it, screwed up, but that's fine. Keep going. Didn't do Q. It's light. Q. That one goes underneath. That's fine. I'm into all those. Join them together. Remove the solidify. Okay. Quad remesh it to like 2000. Delete the original. There we go. Q, add modify solidify. Oh, yeah, that one didn't work. That was the one that I did at the end. L, yep. That's fine. Better, he's got a wrap. Arm wrap on one side. Apply all. And I guess we'll mirror it. He's set and ready for the bath. He needs shoes, unfortunately, because his feet are messed up. So we got to give him some kind of slippers or something. And faces is still good. Hopefully it doesn't try to do triangles. It might. I might have to subdivide or decimate something. Actually, we could take a look at these pants. Let's decimate these pants, because I can just tell already. Decimate. Symmetry. 0.2. Yeah, that's fine. Gives us back some faces. Okay, and we can look for pants, or shoes rather. Let's see what we can find. I'm not making them if I can avoid it. Although I guess I could, but nah. Divine Cut doesn't have shoes, does it? No. Cansaw does. Shoes! Shoes. Let's do these. They're just like slippers. That'd be good. Yeah. Get this out of my way. Okay. And 7, 9. G, R, scale. Local mode. Yeah, we're in local. Cool. Forward to that. Now let's just shrink them a little bit. Cool. That seems pretty close enough to what we're going to want. Go like that. There we go. Sculpt mode. Check it out. We could also just edit the feet, but in this case, that's easier, I think. Great. And then we'll just pull this down. And I know that means we'll have to adjust that. Yep. We'll try to make it fit a little better. Cool. He has slippers on now. That's just pretty funny. Kind of like it. Mirror them. Apply our slipper mirror. Cool. There we go. Looking all right. Now I need to give them some materials. What do we want to use? Shaders. I want to do grunge cloth for these. Let's see. New grunge cloth. This just be also grunge cloth. This is going to be let's go to Divine Cuts, materials, Divine Fabric, just for trousers. And secondary, this one, let's just see what it does. It'll look weird. Yeah, I don't hate that. I think we're gonna change the color to like cool. And the top one, color. That color. That, sure, and color. Kind of throwing them all in the same region of space. Like that. That'll work for me. This thing, I'll make that something else. Let's make that let's see. Over here, to materials, let's go to cloth UV, purple silk, make it blue, but like that. Yeah, that's nice. Insect people are hardly a unique idea, Michael. I'm sure the world has enough room for yours as well as mine. Shoes. Okay, these need to be a couple different materials. I think we're going with the same as the pants for the base one. Define fabric 1. Actually, I don't kind of hate that. 3. Yeah, we'll go 3. Tab U, Smart UV project. Give it a UV, right? And then tab L, 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 plus assign fabric 3 again, but let's give it a new one, and we'll give it a color that is lighter and less saturated. Classic shoe options, right? Oh, I don't know about that. It's kind of weird, but I'm okay with it. That was clearly the side of the leg thing was clearly a bug that I just happen to like the way it looks, but it's not how it's supposed to be in any stretch. That's all right. He's looking okay. Only other thing I think I want to give him is, let's see. Do I have jewelry of any kind? Just taking a look, see what options I've got. It's a neat chain. These are like meant more for like neck stuff, but let me take this, bring it over here. Oh. Oh, I see. That's just pendants. Well, that's actually kind of neat. Scale it up. Where are we? Okay, what are our options here? Get rid of shrink. Get rid of sub. You know what? Delete all. Let's just see what it gives us. There. Okay. Fine. That's all right. You know what? No, it's not. It's just being too much of a pain in my ass. Great. Shift A. Mesh. Torus. And you know what? I think that'll... Minor radius needs to be smaller. Yeah. Cool. Other than that, I can live with it. Scale it down. We're giving him earrings. Well, he's not really an ear, but you know, whatever. Cool. Da-dum. Okay, and tab. Can we just do... Can we go all in one between? Sure. I can't remember if I Shift-D or Alt-D. But we're going to know in a minute. Well, I Alt-D'd. Cool. But not on the first one. No, I did. It's just rotate different. Okay. Cool. Tab. RZ. Just to bring it forward a bit. There we go. Cool. And material is going to be, just grab one from here. I don't care too much about it. We're going to go with anodized blue. Take a look. Okay. Sure. We might get rid of those or change some of the colors if we have multiple people here, but I think this will be good for our first guy. And we got to get a move on. Okay. Select all this stuff. Move it. New collection. Unrigged and unjoined, technically, but whatever. We're going to join together just to make my life easier. And there we go. Oh, I didn't apply something first, didn't I? Nope. Apply all. Sure, fine, whatever. Great. Now, we join them together. Now it's looking right. Or relatively right. And file, save. And I'll export OBJ, selected only, bug humanoid. Where'd it go? Where'd Accurate go? Did it get accidentally pulled off my thing? Let's see. Pin taskbar. There it is. I want it on my taskbar. It's going to think for a second. And then it's going to open, right? There we go. Load a character. I remember they changed this up around on us last time, and it made it a bit more of a pain in my ass, but we'll see if we can't make it work still. Yeah. Force symmetry, rig body. Okay, looks like it found it pretty good. I'll bring the legs up a bit. I don't remember exactly where the knees were, but we're going to put them there. And then side view. Neck seems pretty good, actually. Shoulders, we'll move them out just slightly. These will move them up just past that. That's where they should be. And he has 5 fingers, right? Yeah, 5 fingers. Rig hands, 5 fingers. I don't know. Pretty much the same way everyone learns anything. By using it, studying it, making mistakes, and then fixing it. And there's not really a secret way to learn anything, right? I picked it up and I started doing stuff with it. So that's good, yeah. Let's get these lined up a little better. Throwing them knuckles, I guess. Kind of weird looking knuckles, but whatever, he's not human. Yeah, all right. Cool. Yes, exactly. What's the line for Adventure Time? You know, like, when you realize you suck, then you get a chance to suck a little less the next time, you know, or something like that. That's kind of how I feel about it. I've never understood why people would say do not watch a tutorial. That seems completely back-assward to me. I would say learn from tutorials, don't just copy them. Far too many people, particularly who want to work in these fields for some reason, seem to lack utterly the concept of figuring shit out to do their own thing. They just copy other people's stuff, and that's not really the best option. But beyond that, I watch tutorials. I mean, all the ones I watched are kind of irrelevant now because it was back in Blender like 2.7.9 and 2.8, you know. So it's like, yeah, you know. But Jama did a bunch. Jan Urschel did a bunch that I watched. I've never done the donut, but that's because I think of Blender as a concept art tool more than as a modeling tool. So it's a little bit of a different focus, and I don't care as much. Grant seems really good. He's certainly a nice guy. Export. I'm going to do this now. FBX. Blender. Character in motion. Oh, just character only. Good. Yep. Export. Oh, cool. Now it's letting me save. That's nice. Bug. Humanoid. Rigged. There we go. Let's see if that actually worked this time. That'd be cool. Okay, looks like it. Let's give him back his real materials. Fabric 1. Grunge cloth. There we go. Purple silk cloth UV. not purple anymore, but whatever. The new divine fabric. 3, 1. Cool. Anodized blue and shiny. Anodized. Sorry. Blue and shiny. There we go. Cool. Save. And we're just going to give this one a neutral sort of standing pose. We're going to need to do some other stuff for posing for these ones, I think, later, but I want to jump. I'll get to that in a bit. FBX. Poses. I don't know. Just neutral. Idle. Sure. Coco. Source is armature 1. Target is armature. Build the bone list. Cool. Retarget the animation. Yeah, we got to fix his arms just because they're not quite the same angle as the source one was, but that's fine. It's easy enough. That. Pose mode. Shift hide to get rid of the bones that don't exist in the Mixamo rig. Display them in front so I can see what the heck I'm doing. And we're local. Yep. I'm not going to stress too much because, again, I'm probably going to have to make some different poses for this guy to fill this scene anyway. But we'll just make something that we can kind of use for him. Let me pull it out a little bit. Cool. That looks better. That. We can just bring it forward. And out a little bit. Is it touching? If it's touching, it's very close. Yeah, his finger's touching a little bit. Let's just rotate his hand out a little bit. There we go. Save. Finally. We've got a character now. I used both of them when I started, and I stopped using both of them after a while. So I guess they weren't for me, is what I think about them. 3D coat was awesome. It makes very high poly mesh, and after a while, I just feel like, depending on what unless you're just making a lot of characters, it feels. It's like using ZBrush to do hard surface stuff. Can you? Yeah. Should you? When you have Blender, why? VR was good, but it just started screwing up my eyeballs. So and my eyeballs are too valuable to me. It was taking longer and longer every time I stopped using it for my eyes to be able to refocus back in the real world. And fuck that. No. It's also a very bright light through less than 3 inches from your eyeballs. I have a number of friends who do storyboards whose retinas have detached over the 20 years they've been staring at Wacom screens just because it's a bright light and they're looking at it so much. So, I mean, your eyeballs, you do what you want to do, but that's my feeling with it now. It scared me. I like having my eyes. I don't want to go blind. Be like, it's safe. Yeah, sure. I mean, no one has 20 years of experience using it to know it. Sort of just thinking about it rationally doesn't feel safe to me. So, didn't meet my security level. Anyway, so that's my VR and 3D coat. Both fine tools. I have used them both. I really loved sculpting in VR. It was a lot of fun. Very intuitive. It took me longer to figure out how to do it afterward out of 3D because that's actually how I started. But again, my eyeballs are worth more to me than a 10% performance boost. Okay, so we're going to come back to here. And this was the environment we were working on Friday, and we're going to use it again. We're going to do this room now for our sauna. If you want to say it, it's all Finnish. It's a sauna. Yeah. And I'm just going to, real quick, get rid of the floor because it's just bugging me. There we go. Now I can see what the heck I'm doing. This is going to be our room. And maybe let's bring in that guy for size too, so we can just check him. I'm going to delete the other one. Over here. Scene collection, V, M, new collection, people. Where are you? Cool. What happened is, oh, did I not? That's what happened. Armature. Clear animation data. Save. Delete this guy again. Copy him. Paste him. Yeah, VR in particular was quite sad for me because I was very much a believer in it. I think it's a really effective, neat way to sculpt and work. Is he too tall? I have to make him a little smaller, which I mean I can do. His size is sort of pretty arbitrary, but I don't want his antennae to stick through the ceiling. No, they don't. They're just below, but he's good. Cool. Now, so the first thing we're going to do here with this thing, I think, is remove the ice from it. Yes. Then remove the ice from this as well, because it's going to be warm in here. And then ditto here. Will also give us back a lot of polys. That'll be nice. Okay. And then that means we're probably going to need to get rid of the frost on the corners as well, but we'll see on that one in a minute. Ceiling. Okay, so we got rid of the ice modifiers we added there last time. Now, we want to make some heat sources. And I think I'm going to go with something like the lava we did last time, but in a smaller scale. Let's just, unless what the floor looks like. No, we're not messing with that floor. We're not using that. We're just going to make our own then. Shift A, mesh, cylinder. And I'm going to go with a depth of 1 meter. Radius of 2 feels pretty good to me, actually, or 1 meter. So diameter of 2. Yeah, that's a little high. Let's bring it over to our guy so we can check it. See, we're going to sort of base it to scale with him. This is the environment we made on Friday, the first half, but we focused way more up here, and now we're going to focus down here. We're just continuing it. That's why I made a character 2 today. Didn't want to run out of time or finish too fast, you know. So I was like, we'll do both. That seems like a good height to our thing. I'm going to scale it out a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to inset it. Yeah. And down and scale it in a little bit. Again, I'm not worried too much about it being accurate. That's fine. Yes. Good to have a memory that still works. And then select random. Oh, deselect. Well, actually just checker, sorry. Just select checker. I don't want random. Checker, deselect. Deselect 3. Offset. That's better. Yeah, because they should all be even. Deselect 7 gives us 4. Well, let's do 3. Cool. That's fine. And then, but yeah, okay. Face, poke faces. 1 minus. Create some circles. Cool. 3 E up. Let's see. How high is that? Is that enough? That's probably enough. Yeah. Yeah, this is just for fun, but this is a world building project for me. What I if I were going to give it with the forward thing, it's for a pitch package for a story for TV. If it has to have a, it's for a something. That's probably the closest thing it's for. Cool. That looks all right. I'm into that. Then we can just actually take G coplanar. That, right? Shift D, GZ, Shift N, recalculate the normals inside. I think that'll be right. Let's see. Did I do it right? Yes, I did. Cool. And then we can go E up. That, cool. And then, fine. Fill. Great. And got our center back again. And E. Ooh, that's neat, actually. Ooh, I like that. I didn't even think about it, but that's cool the way it cut that. I want it neat. In. I don't want to go up too high, too. I'm too high. GZ back down to below our wall. I might take everything down a little bit, actually, because I forgot we've got our wall. Although I don't mind that narrowness. Let's just solo this thing. 3. Up. Take the whole thing down. Yeah, that's fine. I'm into that. That gives me a little bit more room on top. Not a lot. I'm not your typical that. I guess I'm not. No. How did I start doing this stuff? I'm a concept artist. I started doing 3D things over 2D after about 8 or 9 years ago. And then I just reached the point where that's pretty much all I do is 3D anymore. YouTube channel wise, come on, scale. There we go. I choose to focus more on why I'm making things and the decisions that I'm making sort of conceptually rather than how. I feel like how is really easy to learn. How is the easiest question in Blender to find? There are billions of tutorials out there, and I feel like what's missing a lot of times is why and how to think for yourself what the problems are that you want to solve to make things in the first place. So that's kind of what I choose to focus on. Right or wrong, I don't know. It just is. Let's see. L hide and 3 G coplanar inset alt hide E. No, a little more. Scale E. Cool. That's connected them again. Great. Perfect. So, yeah, exactly. Like this is how I would work if I were doing a professional project for any client, from TV to film to, whatever. And like I feel like that's often missing from a lot of these type of tutorials, because everyone's like, only shows final cool shit or has already done it once, so it's kind of fake. It's not showing the person actually going through the problem solving, whereas this is me just actually doing it. Actually, let's not even do that. See, they're making change decisions all the time. Let's go add modifier array. Cool. And I'll just mirror it, or now we'll array again. Array A, yeah, there we go. So that gives us our 4 saunas off to the side. And they're quite close together. Maybe too much, so the room is small. In retrospect, I might have made the room a little bit bigger, and I could still mod it. No, actually, I applied everything last time, but that's fine. It's okay. these people don't necessarily have the same personal space distance that we do, so that's all right. I could put one down the middle too. Might not be a bad idea. Yeah, that's cool. We'll line one up in the middle. Thanks, Michael. I appreciate it. Yeah, this is what it's like to do this shit. Like it or not, I don't know. Okay, let's add in our lava now. Fill. I'm actually going to probably do the middle one again later. I jumped ahead of schedule. And let's just P section. Yeah, okay, cool. And zone object now makes it just easier to deal with. Tab. And inset. You can just give it some geometry. And then face, poke faces. Great. And select all. And I'm going to apply all. Screw it. I have to come out. Apply all. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, I know. I'm not a marketer. Maybe do I want to apply? Then I have to redo the middle one. Yeah, well, fine. It's all right. We'll work the middle one out in a minute. We'll think about that later. Shift Q. So we're going to use random flow. We've already turned off dynamic scale because this is a file we had before. And utility, quick displace, cuts 3. No, we're going to go 2. Just look at it. That's very rough. Strength 0.1, cuts 1. Yeah, that's better. I mean, that's kind of bubbly feeling. Maybe even a little less because this is smaller than last time. Strength 0.75. Yeah, okay, cool. And then tab A, and we're gonna do it again. Utility, quick displace. We're gonna do this. We will do a cut, and we'll cut our strength down to 0.02 to get some secondary levels of detail. Yeah, you get to watch me do something when I have no idea if it's going to work and there's no editing. Great. And then most professionals are like, why are you doing that? And I'm like, I don't know, because I'm weird. But I like it. It's kind of more fun. All right, so we got our lava there. Just going to grab our lava material from a couple days ago. From the neighborhood? Yes, it was neighborhood. Rather than remake it again. That said, I am happy to answer how-to questions if anyone has any. So, I recognize that I don't always slow down because I also do the same kind of things a lot, day in, day out, and I've done over 500 of these now. So it's like, yeah. But if you ever have any questions and want to ask about it, I am more than happy to be like, oh yeah, this is how you do that. If I know. I don't always know. Updating images. Yeah, we got it. How to get that many $0? Be born into a family that has close to that many $0 or more than that many $0. Come on, update already. There we go. Oh yeah, we got to UV them. Smart UV project. Yeah, it's fine. We have lava. Woohoo! And like I said, our middle one is now kind of superfluous. Cool. looking all right. I'm just going to get rid of this one for right now. We'll figure it out in a bit. We still want to play. So we created our sort of exhaust pipe going up the center, which is nice, and I'm into that. Do you want to just go with distressed? This is distressed hull with frost, which we're going to edit now and make it just distressed hull again. And we need to edit it so it changes all the other ones instead of bringing in a new one. That's why I'm doing this. Shading. And we're going to remove the frost. Because again, it's warm in here. And let's see. No, let me just go back to my regular world. Just brighten it back up. There we go. Now we can see. Cool. And material-wise, let's do the same thing on concrete grime frost. We're just going to go to concrete grime and remove the frost. And then edit it and remove the frost node. I too have spent all day sitting in Blender. It can be an addiction. Okay, so we got that. We got our bug dude hanging out. Very bright right now. Please do not judge the lighting. Okay. I am liking those like trough things. It's completely accidental, but it turned out cool, so we're gonna go with it. Now. Do we want to do some funky bits on the outside? I think we might want to do a little bit of just sort of things on the outside. It's not Star Wars, so I don't want to go like lots of weird panels necessarily. Always fun, but let's do that. Nice. That sounds fun. I've heard good things about Godot. I don't know it, but I've definitely heard good things about it. Okay, I'm just taking a look, still into that. Well, let me grab them all. Yeah, it will. Inset, let's do that. Cool. Normals out just a bit. And SZ, without proportional on. Narrow those down. Gives us kind of a little bit of a lip thing, and then GZ. And then that down there too. Yeah, I'm into that. Doesn't necessarily have to accomplish anything, to just make it look a little bit more visually interesting. And I think that it does. Then let's see. We're gonna want what else we want to do with this room? We definitely want to do some more stuff to it. Well, first off, we need to figure out how lava gets to these places here. So let's maybe create a pipe system. Well, we just edit. Can we just edit these? Is it going to be that easy? Since we got them mirrored. I'll have to figure out again what I do with the center one if I don't, but let's see. Face, poke faces. 1. Control minus. That gives us 2. Circle again. 3. E. Interesting. Okay, because they're not right. E. Fine. And then global GY. Oh, right. Undo. Where are you at? Global, yeah, GX. Okay, that takes those off. Oh, those are not mirrored then, right? It's not mirrored, it's arrayed. See, this is what I'm talking about. Although we could just have it do like that. Go all the way across everything if we wanted to. Let's not. Cool. I'm going to then just tweak it a little bit. Let's apply these. Actually, let's not apply those. Let's get rid of that. Now let's apply those. Now, object set origin to 3D cursor, or to geometry rather. Yes, to the center. Now, Alt-X mirror, Alt-X mirror. Great. Now, screw you guys. We should be good. Yeah. GX. No. Yes. There we go. Now we're good. So, and they don't go that far, obviously, but we're going back to there. So we have pipes going in and out of our thing, and yeah, that'll work for me. And cool. Now let's come back here and 3, 4, 5 edge loops. 5 edge loops. So we can take this. Is it just that one? No. Plus. 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 Cool. That's good. Alt-E. This is like normals. Just slightly. Don't want them to touch, but almost. That's fine. Yes. Good deal. So we now have like an input and an output thing going on there, I guess, or something. Who knows? Doesn't really matter. Okay. We need some benches, and I think I'm just going to use some wooden ones, so there's no point in remaking them. We'll just use existing ones we have. And I like the big, medium, small ones from the Water Village. Street props, 2K. Sorry, I just got to pull this out of the way. That's where they're coming from. Let's try this low one here. Is that good? That does seem about right. That feels very sort of something you'd find in a place like this. Now, I'm not going to mirror. I was like, I could mirror, I could do all kinds of things. I'm just going to place a few. That will make it a little bit more organic anyway. And we could take them and cool. That's better. And I'll just do some more. Just gonna have a bunch of benches. Which kind of makes sense if you think about it. These guys maybe were like lining up against the wall more. So. Just so they're not all the same level. There's one that's kind of back off that way. Lots of benches. Cool. Save. What's that? Something weird there. Oh. Right. Gone. Great. Okay. Maybe we'll take some of the food ones too. That seems kind of fun. We won't have as many of those, but like some. Where am I? Here we go. A bench here. Being used sort of like a table, I think. Yeah, that'll work. And then a lower stool over here, also being used for a table. Cool. Then over here, let's grab another just taller stool and rotate it, and then put some fish on top of it. Make our own sort of table of food. Cool. Into that. Then again, let's bring another one over with some tea off to the side. Just lots of stuff for that. Cool. Now I think we can, I'm just kind of jumping around a bit as I think of things. Let's add some more lights. So we got our light from before. This is our light. We need to get rid of the ice on it as well. Cool. And let's just bring it in, and where do we want to put him? How many do we want? How lit do we want this space to be? Alt-D, G. Let's start by putting them kind of on the corners because they are pretty much unified or mirrored across the shape. So it's be a normal place for someone to put things. There and here. It doesn't line up exactly, and that's fine. I kind of like it being a little rough too. There and there. Alt-D, RZ 180. Bring it back over here. Yeah, see, like these are not lined up, but that's fine. There and there, cool. And then let's take one more. That's kind of the idea I was having, is at least for here, the lavas. And now, the interesting thing, and since you're new, you would know, is that where this building is actually floating on an island that's only about 8 meters deep. So where the lava's coming from is another thing entirely, but the world is a bit strange at this level. So, put one there. But yeah, I was thinking that the lava is a heat source for that. And then one here. And then I will put one in the middle too as well. Here and here. And we can move pretty fast because we did all this the other day, so that's not bad. I'm kind of into that. And I mean, I don't want to be too bright, so that's one of the things. I could add one to the last one, but let's see how bright that is now. We put our ceiling back on. Come into here and take a look. How bright are we? Pretty good. I kind of like it, this dark sensibility to it. I'm into that. Coming along. Okay. Nice. Ceiling off. So we want some steam, fog, smoke, whatever you want to call it. We could localize it around these things, or we could make it across our entire space. I'm thinking we're going to make it across the entire space. Just cause. And we're going to go ahead and use that easy fog. Yeah. We can make it ground. We can make it. I'm just going to go fairly simple and add this one. SX out to there. Cool. SY and bring it in a bit more. There. Cool. I don't know Kenshi, but all right, cool. Bring that up to here. I'll just edit. Fine. Tab 3, GZ, and down. It actually might be, Michael. That's kind of one of the things I'm thinking of. So what I was actually contemplating is perhaps what we're seeing as this world being floating in multidimensional space is actually not true, and that the area, the rest of the land and the area underneath the fragments are perhaps just literally in another dimension, and we've just cut rifts out around these spaces, and then the lava pumps through still like that. So that was kind of what I was thinking. But, you know, hey. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to come here and change it again. The usual stuff you've watched before. I'm going to get rid of the principled, because Blender is weird, and they only added the different fog types to scatter and not to the principal, because I don't know why. So we're going to go to the Mie color and density, and then drag that over here. And that way we still have access to controlling it, but this is other stuff from before, but hell, it's not using enough to really care one way or another. Layout and save. And let's just see how thick it is. Put our ceiling back on. Oh, that feels pretty good. I kind of like it actually, like really, really thick like that. That's feeling fun. And I like the random pipes in the ceiling. They're looking good. Yeah, we do need something in the center of the room, though. And I'm going to actually just turn off the fog for right now. And there we go. Cool. And what do we want to do? I want a table, I think. Let's see about this. Yeah, I want a table. We're going to put it kind of roughly where he is. Yeah. And it's the entry level, you know, area. I can sit here or stand there or whatever. That's cool. And weird little can here. Cool. Yeah, I'm into that. Set up there properly. And we'll set our little paper thing here. I don't know. Cool. Into that. We got a fish tray here. Cool. Yep. And there are fun things we want to add to this. I just want to like use stuff from that, although I don't mind it. Maybe we want another big pipe in the center. That could be fun. We got some coming up from the ceiling. Let's do that. And since I think this floor is garbage, yes, this floor is garbage. So we'll just do it ourselves. Mesh, plane, scale. Is that too much? That's pretty big. That'll be all right though. RX90. Okay. Tab 1. Control Shift bevel. Get a few more even. Sure. Great. And okay, X, let's just cut it to like here. Cool. That's still too high, obviously, but let's get it lower. Get it to where we want it to be. It's about like there. Yeah. Sure. Okay, X, we'll go there. Get rid of this. Okay, 2. Curve extract. Great. Nothing good ever comes in a place called the Cannibal Plains, in my experience. Get rid of that plane. Cool. And we have sort of a pipey thing now. Let's give it maybe a higher resolution. Yeah. And object shade smooth. Great. Kind of liking that. We might even do a couple of them. Let's extras, utility, flanges and couplings. Let's give it some caps. Radius. Where we at? Okay, so that depth is like 0.33. Okay, cool. Yeah, that feels really good. I'm into that. Not even sure at a size like this it really needs one in the middle. That's cool. I'm into that. Let's see. Alt-D, GY, take it back to there. That's cool. I'm into that as well. And now, ooh yeah, let's take these two and object convert to mesh. And actually just take all of that. No, this, and this. Come here. Select hierarchy, join it together, fine. Select hierarchy, join it together, great. Oh, it's all one, right, because it's mirrored. And then these two join together. Now they're just one object, great. Now, Shift A, mesh, plane. A bit more. Even to the ground too, though, so that'd be all right. Okay. Fine. Not quite that well. Um, oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Cool. And then, oh. Cool. And was that thing there? Okay. Quad remesh it to, I don't know, 1,000. Sure. Let's see. Delete the original. Where we at? That's fine. Okay. Now, simply cloth. Make it a cloth. Right. Doesn't really need too much. 20. 20. It shouldn't need to collide with itself. This is going to be a collision object with a friction of 85. This is going to be a collision object, but a very low collision. Oh, let's see what happens. Let's save. Actually, didn't even go far enough. It mattered. I could have made it bigger. Maybe I will make it bigger. Kind of wanted to drape on the floor a little bit. Let's do that. Or just here. There we go. Cool. And E, Y. Sure. Great. Save. Play. Yeah, cool. Now it touches the ground. Not even too much. Well, that's kind of neat. It actually hangs underneath. I can deal with that. Let's try one more thing, because it'll be fun. Rotate it slightly. And run it. Just to give us a little bit more chaos. I still love the fabric tool. It really is pretty much awesome. Yeah, pause. We'll let that go. I'm into it. Object. Well, it's just apply. Finish cloth. Finish and apply cloth. I'll apply all that stuff. Great. And then object shade smooth. I got just something hanging off the top of this pipe, but I just think that's kind of fun. And maybe we'll make it be material grunge cloth. This is going to obviously be distressed hull. Let's see. Sure. It just gives us something kind of in the background. You're like, all right, what's going on? Yeah, there's something hanging there. If anything, I could have made it a bit more bumpy, and we still could, I suppose, if we wanted to use the cloth brush. Just try it. Why not? We'll take 2 minutes. Sculpt mode. And drag cloth. And we do, I think it's set up as a thing, so it should still, well, it's like I was going to say it should still handle that, but it doesn't look like it is very much. No. Grab random cloth. Just doesn't feel like it's getting the right scale. No. Nah. No, I'm in without it. We'll just leave it off for right now. No big deal. It's fine. Yeah, for sure. Particularly since the outside world is very snowy and cold. So, all right, we need to take our dude out of the middle of the table. We can put him kind of like here. We'll move this stool back a little bit, just make sure it's not intersecting with him. It's not. He's not intersecting with the table, so he's standing in front of the table, hanging out. Cool deal. Yeah, that's looking cool. Just gonna put another weird jar of food or something up here just to balance this table. See you, Trey. Good to see you, man. Have a good one. Okay. I think we're just about done, too. Oh, that's fun. I don't know what it is, but it's ugly. Cool. Put our ceiling on. Where are we? It's still very dark. Is it too dark? It's our camera. Jar of pickles. It's right on. I mean, I like how dark it is, but I do need something to light him up in the front just a little bit. So I think we might do a cheap film lighting, just to say it has nothing to do with anything. I'm going to delete all these cameras too. Let's go back to 0. So we set lights here, an area, GZ up, rotate it in. Let's just go so we can see what the heck we're doing. 1, GZ. Okay, so it's not cutting into our ceiling much. Cool. Color. We want to make it, I don't know. Maybe we'll go with, yeah, warm or cool from the side. It's warm inside. Let's just maybe keep it at a 6,000. And square or round. Let's try disking it. Put our ceiling back on. And set our camera. Fine. Wants to be that way. We'll just drive it like a video game. Camera. Our light, I think it's outside of the fog, but we just make sure with visibility, make sure it does not visible volume scatter. Take a look. Very bright. Entirely too bright. 1. I'm going to cut this down from 180 to 90. It's still very bright in the front of them. Oh, fog is not on either. That might help too. That is better. But I still think he's too bright. This guy's weird hipster pants on. Kind of dig it. Okay, let's move it around a little bit. I feel like that's a better fun intro shot for us. Focus on him. And I feel bad. I feel good about it. I think I'm going to probably, after I leave here today, maybe make some more people and put them sitting around the space. But I mean, that's just reposing people. There's nothing interesting to that. In terms of what we've done, I'm pretty into this. I mean, it was not complicated, but let's take a look. We'll turn off ceiling. So first we rigged and clothed our dude, and I think he's fun. Again, his pants are not what you would expect, but that doesn't necessarily bother me. Then we created our sauna, just love the word, heating hangout spots. These are sort of gathering places. Obviously, people are eating and drinking, and we've established that here, which is good. Bug people. There are no human people. I mean, they might not just be bugs, but non-human people. There's a variety of species potentially, but not humans. Or at least not many, if there are any. Maybe I won't say none, but yes. I think I might add a couple of towels hang over some benches too. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. I think it's kind of where we wanted it to be. Thanks for hanging out with me again today, people. I appreciate it as always. And I will be back again tomorrow for another one. We'll keep going. In advance, I may be taking the month of September off. I haven't entirely decided yet, but it's looking that way. I will let you know towards the end of the week. Got a few things coming up from otherwise life that it just might be easier to give myself a little bit of a recharge time. And I haven't had a break in a while, so, it would be good. But we'll see. Anyway, take care. We'll see you later, folks. Bye.